Alright guys, it is about 7:15. September 1st, it is opening day of Pennsylvania goose season. I'm gonna go meet up with Jordan right now. We're going to his in-laws farm. Apparently their fields are just loaded with geese. So we're gonna try to put some down for you. I just got off work, so I'm super tired. But hopefully here in a little while we can flop some honkers down, get it on film. Stick with us, it's gonna be fun. You're watching Traumatic Impact Outdoors. We're coming. Alright guys, a little bit of a change of plan. The geese didn't come to us, so we're gonna go to the geese. We're gonna try to get on film. We pretty much got to pinpoint where they're at, so hopefully we can go lay waste. Stay with us. Well, it's September 1st. Traumatic Impact Outdoors started goose hunting this morning. We made it happen. Got 3 birds down out of a group of probably 30 or more. Wasn't the best setup. Our field setup didn't work out. We watched them fly in down here onto my in-laws pond. So we snuck around, got up onto the pond, and made it happen.
Yeah, definitely exciting for the first day. Would have been cool to have them come into the setup, but this is just good. Definitely got a lot more coming. We're going to go try a couple more spots before we call it a day. Thanks for watching Traumatic Impact Outdoors. Keep watching.
Be safe and good hunting. Welcome back to Traumatic Impact Outdoors. It's early September 2016. Hitting up the goose season. Limit right now in the resident population zone is 8 apiece. Headed up to my in-laws farm, doing a little field pond hunt. See if we can't make it happen. Geese. Goose. Move. Get in here. Come on. Go. guys, welcome back to Traumatic Impact Outdoors. September 12th, we're out here doing some September goose season. First time hitting the river in a couple years. Last year, the river was flooded up pretty good. It rained most of the summer. Didn't have a chance to get down here at all. Got down here this morning. We actually already had action on geese as we approached the river. So got our geese set up, our decoys. We're gonna set up here in the brush next to us. And with any luck, we'll see if we can get some down today.
Keep watching, it's gonna be good stuff.
Well, we got busted again just as we were getting our stuff around. It's pretty foggy this morning. We looked over to the other shore and there was a group of about 10-15 geese sitting there. So they flew on out, but we hear some downriver, or actually upriver. So hopefully here in a little bit they'll float down here and we'll smash a couple. So let's see what happens. The morning of September 13th, doing some September goose down here on the river again, same setup as yesterday. Got Jared and Tom Fridge with me. Gonna set up here along same spot we were yesterday. Didn't have any this morning sitting on the river when we walked up on it. We're gonna set up here in the brush and hope that we get a flock or two to come in. We'll see what happens. Hey, it's Jordan from Traumatic Impact Outdoors. I want to talk a little bit about waterfowl, in particular the migrations. There are 4 major migration zones in the U.S. You have the Pacific, Central, the Mississippi, and the Atlantic. We mainly focus on the Atlantic since we mainly hunt in Pennsylvania. Right now it's mid-September, and as you can see, haven't had a lot of action with geese. That's typically what you'll find when you do September goose hunts, especially if you don't have the farm fields to hunt and the waterways to hunt. It's tough. You're getting these resident geese that have been here all summer long, and they're not moving. They're not active right now. Once we start getting a little bit colder, early October into November, you'll start seeing them pick up. There'll be big flocks of geese, ducks, the whole, everything. But with the Atlantic migration flyway, it starts from the Arctic tundra up in the Baffin Island, and it runs all the way down to the Caribbean. For the U.S. portion of the flyway on the Atlantic side, the heaviest hit area is the Chesapeake Bay. You will find an unlimited amount of guided services for waterfowl in that area. For us up here in northeastern Pennsylvania, it's a lot tougher. We typically get ducks that have been in the area. You'll get a little bit of migration activity, but a lot of it comes off of Canada across the Great Lakes, and it literally cuts down towards Philadelphia area. It really leaves the upper northeastern end untouched. when it comes to migration. Not saying that you don't do a lot of hunting and you can't see a lot of birds, because you do. I've seen an increase in ducks in the last few years that I've hunted. A lot more wood ducks even. It's hit and miss. You just got to do a lot of what we call puddle jumping. You basically find a pond or a lake or water access, and you do a sneak. You just sneak up on them, put them off the water, shoot them, collect what you got, then you go to the next pond and do the same thing over and over again. So you got to have a list of several different areas that you can go and hunt. For us, we have probably close to a dozen different areas that we can go to find ducks, and yeah, it's a lot of work to get around and get to all of them, but it's worth it in the end. So hope you guys have a great year, and those who waterfowl hunt, hope you guys do well. From all of us at Dramatic Impact Outdoors, be safe and good hunting. Well, it's that time of year again. We're about a month out from archery season. Been working on food plots this summer and mineral sites. We're currently sitting up on our hut overlooking our Whitetail Institute Extreme Blend food plot, which is growing beautifully. Been working on a hit list, getting some big bucks together. We got quite a few of them to show you and talk about.
First one we want to talk about is a buck that I've been chasing for, this will be 4 years now. I first got pictures of him back in September of 2013. He was, I guesstimated him at about 3.5-year-old 10-point then, and he earned the name Penn State because he was a Big Ten. He's been invisible on the farm this year. Nobody's seen him out in the field. Nobody's got trail cam pictures of him. We're not exactly sure if this buck has moved off or if he's died of old age. If he hasn't died of old age, he should be a 6.5-year-old deer this year. Really looking forward to maybe seeing him on the hoof. I haven't seen him on the hoof yet, but he's definitely the biggest buck we'd be going after. Not very killable though. We just haven't been able to see him.
Another big buck we found was, we aptly named him Apollo. This buck honestly came out of nowhere. We're not sure where he's from. First time seeing him this year. We gave him that name because of another buck we have on the hill, which Jared will talk to you about. This guy, he's pretty good. Solid 8-point, and only got a few pictures of him here and there, so we don't really know what his activities are and stuff yet, but we're working in on him pretty good.
Now this buck partnered up with another buck that we hunted this past year. They've been bachelored up a little bit. We've gotten a couple pictures of them together, and at first they were both 8-points, and we were kind of scratching our heads trying to figure out how we're going to be able to tell them apart. His little buddy that he partnered up with there, we had first encounters with last year as a 2.5-year-old. He was about 108-point then. We started naming him Rocky. The first time I encountered him, he was running off a little spike, and he dogged that little spike for a good solid 10 or 15 minutes. Ran him all over the country. I grunted to him one time, and he came stomping up the hill towards me. He was a fighter. He came into rattling sequences left and right. He came into grunts, and that's where we got the name Rocky. This year he blossomed out into a beautiful 10-point. Pushing probably 120s. I don't know if he's going to make Pope and Young, but he's going to be right there. Very killable deer. This is the deer that I'm mainly going after. Every picture we have of him is during daylight hours. We got him on a pretty good pattern. Know about where he's bedding. So he's definitely going to be the main target deer on our hill this year.
One of our last big bucks that we have pictures of so far, very few pictures of so far, is a deer we named Zeus. This buck in a little known area called Trip Swamp has eluded hunters for at least 2 years that I know of. He, for whatever reason, come rifle season, he's gone. The second he hears a shot, he goes into hiding. He's completely nocturnal. So we're hoping to get in there and archery hunt them this year. Not very many people archery hunt that area. So we're hoping to get in there and get a picture, get pictures and video of them and hopefully get him down too. He got pictures of him late May and he looked like just a starter, just a nice little 6-point basket rat going. Got another picture of him in the end of June and he was a massive 7-point. For some reason up here in this area there's a gene going around where they don't, some of these bucks don't get that second brow tine growing. But he's a big buck, and that's the only other picture I have of him. We've put different feed out to try to see what we can find on the cameras and whatnot down in that area, different locations, and for whatever reason we cannot find that deer anymore. So hopefully come archery season he's around a little bit more, especially during the rut. We might see him running around. So he's another one that's on our list, that's for sure.
King of the Gods. Perfect name for him. He's a big 7-point. We thought he might be an 8-point, but we got pictures of him on the 28th of June, and he's just phenomenal then. I can only imagine what he looks like now.
Yep.
We want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you get a chance, September 16th, 17th, 18th, go on down to the Sullivan County Fairgrounds in Pennsylvania. Be down in Forksville. We're going to be down there at the booth at the Pennsylvania Bowhunters Festival.
Yep.
Until then, probably the next time you're going to see us is up in a tree.
More than likely.
So, from Traumatic Impact Outdoors, I'm Jared Smith.
I'm Jordan Welch.
Thanks for watching. Be safe and good hunting.